With 245 Ayalolo buses grounded, commuters who once patronized the bus rapid transit service are now having to rely on the regular minibuses that transport passengers around the city. The BRT system, Joy News has found out in the Grounded Wheels investigative series by Manasseh Azure-Winnie, has been out of service for some time now due to operational challenges. Joy News' Emmanuel Jivanu, who has been observing the transportation challenges confronting commuters as a result of the service disruption, reports persons living with disabilities are especially affected as they cannot easily access the minibuses because of their physical challenge.
The struggle to get into Trotro along the Amasaman-Accra highway can be tough. Many times, to be guaranteed a seat, you have to be athletic. It's for this reason that the Ayalolo Bus Rapid Transit System was inaugurated in 2016 to provide decent and time-bound transport services to commuters in Accra. Unfortunately, 59 buses deployed in the Greater Accra region have all been grounded. Passengers along the Amasaman of Angkor Achimota to Accra routes now have to struggle for Trotro. Shireen Donyo is visually impaired. She relied on the Ayalolo bus to work each day when it was operational. In the bus were special seats reserved for persons with disability to prevent jostling with boarding.
Joining the Ayalolo was so convenient because when you are visually impaired or any disabled, there is a special seat reserved for you. And you know, Ayalolo has this way of reducing the steps when you want to join. So when joining it, you don't have problem. You know the step is always low. And when you want to alight to, they reduce the step to your level. You don't have any problem. And when you sit, no one come and push you off from your seat and whatever. But
on days she's on low cash, her sister would have to hustle for a seat and then give up the seat for her to board. Patrons of the Ayalolo service recount the convenience of commuting to the Central Business District and now want government to work hard.
I use the Ayalolo bus. I usually use it from Achimota overhead to Accra, their bus stop, because I work at the ministries and boarding it helps me a lot. It enables me to get to my office early, on time.
Complaining that he has money on the card, but because the bus is no more in operation, he's not going to use it, and he doesn't know how to even get the money back from the card. So actually it's going to affect people, those who normally pick the Ayalolo bus from work and from work to back home.
And now we have to opt for the normal Trotro, and it's not convenient because with the Ayalolo sometimes you already had money on your card. You just wait for the bus at the bus stop, it gets there, you board it, and that's it. But now with that you could avoid the traffic because there was a separate route for it, so you didn't have to go through the normal traffic. But now you have to, go using the stress, and this Trotro is not convenient at all.
Operators of the Ayalolo buses, the Greater Accra Passenger Transport Executive, say cost of running the service outstrips revenue and inadequate routes are reasons they stopped operations. The Achimota bus terminal is a pale shadow of itself and now home to the homeless. The metal chairs at the station are rusting away. Some patrons are unhappy and want government to resolve the challenges immediately.
For me, I think the Ayalolo should be, I don't know for what reason it's not in operation now, but I think it should be brought back. I don't know why they are packed, and it's a waste of national resources, I should say, because money has been invested into it, and then it's been packed and it's not in operation.
Even as at now, I haven't heard any news about the main reason why they have stopped work. They just stopped just like that. So we are begging the government to let the Ayalolo buses come back again to help us, especially we the workers.
Just before leaving the Achimota bus terminal, I saw 3 buses exiting the yard. When I inquired where the buses were headed, some workers told me off camera that some private organizations, including churches, occasionally hire the buses. Ayalolo Inga means we keep going, but unfortunately, Ayalolo has stalled. Until these buses resume operations, patrons of the service, including Shereen, would have to endure the discomfort of using trotro. Also, the 742 million Ghana cedi loan spent on the service would go waste. The taxpayer would have to bear the burden of payment.